Hey, you guys. Welcome back on in to Central of Concave Souls Tarot, where you have officially been put on notice of the requirement to love yourself mercilessly and never look back. This is Psychic Medium and Divine Miss Sunnyverse. I view you for an update and the daily dose for my babies. What's going on, collective? You guys, wishing you nothing but the very best in life on your magnificent journey called your life. Sending some good jujus, good vibes, you guys' way. And definitely manifesting abundance in you all's lives. Thank you all so much for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your super thanks, and of course, your beautiful comments where we are able to commune certainly on a deeper level. If you're new here, welcome on in to where love is surely unlimited, you guys, my babies. We are going to begin here and see what's going on in you all's energy. I'm just going to pick out some situational cards here. Then we'll move on into the main energy, and then we'll dig down into the meat here of what's happening behind the scenes, you guys. As we do here, connect me, Spirit, to the Definitive Soul Collectives, as well as the souls that are deeply affected to, by, or connected to, or affected by the collective at this time. I invoke all angels of light, divine beings, heavenly hosts, employers of divine works, on behalf of the collective at this time. Also eradicate all entities of evil that are trying to dismember or distort this message. Give us the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help us divine. Be very direct in your approach and your message. We would like the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help us divine. Alright, so we got us a good little shuffle. Let's do. What's happening here? Oh Lord, by Fred. Stop playing, y'all. Do. My sacrifice. Oh Lord. Well, it's already starting off good, y'all. Somebody wanted you to be their sacrifice, and you told them by friends. What's this one? This one wants to come out as an extra one. Broken relationship. Yeah, somebody concerned with the relationship between the two of you being broken here. This one also wanted to pop out. We'll take that one too. This will not work out, yeah. Because, see, somebody here is knowing that you definitely feel that the two of you are not going to work out. Because in order for this relationship to work out, you would have to sacrifice yourself. You would have to sell your soul, basically. You would have to totally eradicate your identity in order to be with this person. You would have to, completely give up on your hopes, your dreams, your goals. And the interesting dynamic about this is they don't even want you to have the shared goals, right? That they signed into. I was shuffling earlier and the Seven of Swords popped out earlier when I was purveying spirit. And, this is somebody who, everything they do is a strategy, right? Everything they do, there's a deceptive connotation or a deceptive undertone. It really won't work out. Because it's like everything is a disguise. And you literally will have to sacrifice yourself. So not only who you are as a person, what you bring to the table, who you identify as, just your full makeup. You would have to alter all of that to be with this person. And then on top of that, you would also be sacrificing the dreams and the hopes and the goals you had for this relationship. Because they only agreed to it, but not actually signed into it, right? It was a pseudo agreement. So therefore, this person wanted you to sign into a real commitment, right, on your part. But that's only for you to sacrifice yourself, because if you sign into it, if you stay in a relationship with them, they want you to willfully sacrifice yourself in order to be with them. And they're not going to follow through with anything that the two of you see. And you're understanding this. Let's pick some more. Let's see. Love is what we're making. Yeah, this is somebody here. Yeah. That you said goodbye to. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Fred. And now they're really interested in trying to... I'm getting real heavy, like, player type vibes. Like, love bombing, right? They want to come back and really... You guys, as soon as I said that, look what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Player energy. Didn't I just call it, y'all? That's crazy. I mean, it's like they want to come back and try to reel you in. They really think they really got a hold on you. And that further lets me know what we have identified here. That this person in the past really thought they had a hold on you. Right? And they think that hold was so strong, no matter what you tell them, or no matter how long the two of you have been separated, collective, this person still feels like they have enough chutzpah to come back and try to play in your energy again. And what I'm really picking up on heavily here is a sexual energy. I believe I picked that up on the last reading, where this person is really like, I mean, who do they think they are? What was the man's name? I can't even remember. He's deceased now. The guy that had the Playboy Mansion, Hugh Hefner. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Who do they think they are? Hugh Hefner? I mean, they really, somebody is really delusional, you guys. Really. And it's more so about this God complex, right? Because in order for somebody to want you to sacrifice yourself, you're basically having to give them your soul. It's like you handing this person your soul. Handing them your very life, your life force. That's what they want. My sacrifice speaks to your life force. And nobody gets that but God, but the divine, right? So, I mean, this person really has a distorted image of self and who they really truly believe they are. And it really is actually very saddening, because all that really is stemming from is this person's pain here. This is a very distorted individual. And they feel like the only way that their life makes sense is if they have power over people. And it's a very diabolical system that they use, which they've crafted over the years, which is why I saw that Seven of Swords earlier. It's a systematic approach that's deeply rooted in their sense of self, which we could equate to, in parentheses here, fathomless space, the weights they carry. Yeah. And without overpowering another entity, right, or getting someone to really sacrifice themselves, they feel powerless. And so they're on this mission again, right? I really feel. What's underneath player energy? I live in fear. Yeah, this person is very interesting. Like I say, isn't that the perfect pair for what I just said? This is someone who's very, very afraid, very much so lives in fear, but this is what's behind the image of the player, right? So they're really afraid of being, it's like they're a robot, you guys. I mean, it's like they're AI. They're so deeply afraid of their own authenticity that they can't even live out front in the world. As somebody who's, they're literally a camouflage. Really. And it's a saddening thing here. Because this person, their whole life is a made-up, distorted, reverberating character. It's baffling. Let's see what else here. Thank you for all you've done for me. So this person is wanting to... Okay, so we're seeing here, there's, with the color of yellow here, there's some type of awakening here. At the same time, we have the color of red, so there's anger and aggression. And we also have the color of blue, which speaks to their depression, to the chaotic thoughts that they're having, the imbalance that they have, temperance card in the reverse. We also have the color of white, which represents famine. I just saw a glimpse of the white horse. This is someone who definitely could be doing bad without you. Also, in association to this message, they could have been in a relationship that that has been severed now since they've been with you, which I did pick up on that in the last reading. That situation definitely is not going to work. Which is another reason why they have you pinned out here, right? Which really speaks even deeper to the sacrifice, right? Because you would really be sacrificing yourself essentially when you think of the terms or the 8 miles, right, that you had to walk during this phase with this person. Because you've gone through the whole meeting this person and loving this person and, being in a long-term relationship with this person, really, helping them fight their demons and, some of you marrying this person and some of you having children with this person and, you really know this person through and through. The whole falling in love and smitten, charcoal, porous veins left on the floor by the breaking of day, by the shattering of your heart, as you watch this person dismantle the beauty of this relationship. And then on top of that, they did in fact walk out on you. First, solistically. Second, by the attempt to destroy your spirit. And third, by the actual physical removal of their body out of your environment. And they began a karmic wheel where they were not expecting to face the judgment of what they have done, right? So they've been going through all of that. On your end, you've done the healing. And so now, the sacrifice is huge at this point because now they want you to take them back, fix what's been broken between the two of you, which you were not responsible for breaking. And then on top of that, collective, they're now expecting you to take them back broken times 3, right? Because now they're broken and shattered by everything that they've touched, every life that they've altered, every broken word, every broken promise that's happened upon the exiting of the relationship with you, right? Which also, therefore, you are not responsible for. But this would be a grave sacrifice because they are expecting you to make them happy. They would therefore bring all of their brokenness back to you, and now you're supposed to be their happy pill. Now, and do you have any idea how much work that's going to require? Because now, what do they have, in fact, therefore, to give you at this point? This person is wanting you to heal them back to life. This we have a Twitter account. So, yeah. So, back to, like what I was saying, now this third party situation is, it's frozen over in hell at this point. I mean, the iceberg is hit, and, Titanic has, unfortunately, sinked here. The ship is sailed. Underworldly, right? We're now, and so there they are, alone here. Now they're watching all of your social media, trying to, because I really saw that earlier where they're so concerned with not knowing what you have going on. This is somebody that's very frantic, a very anxious individual, very heavy psychosis issues. They're always on edge. They're always looking over their shoulder. And what else could they be, when all you know is getting ahead by running over other people, right? There's always bad blood. They leave a trail of bad blood, which is why they're always looking over their shoulder, right? And they're always looking out of the window, or, they hear a car drive past, they're looking out of the window. And you know why? Because they were always so busy cheating, right? There's so many people they're talking to, and so many people they're running over. And then they run over one person, and then they're on to the next person. And, then they run over that person, and then they're back on the DMs. And they just got to find somebody else, because they can't do anything on their own. I mean, it's a really sad case. And so, now they just keep thinking about the collective. And so now, well, there they go again with their porn addiction. Once again, I believe in the last reading, we saw the Spirit talked about their alcohol addiction. Now, Spirit is talking about their porn addiction, which gets us back to the sexual energy I was talking about. And this person is really desiring after you. I'm really feeling that energy. Really wanting to have sex with you. That's really at the forefront here. I mean, that would actually really make them happy right now. If they can wrap up under you, collective. and let all, let all their inhibitions go, right? And I really get that feeling where they just want to come back to you and just lay under you. Don't even talk. Right? Just to be wrapped in the arms of your energy again would be such an uplift for this person. And, but this person could be definitely watching your social media and pleasuring themselves to whatever you're doing. I mean, it's really, and it might not even take much. Because, of course, you guys aren't revealing or anything online. They could just be looking at your face or anything. I mean, that's how intense the sexual energy is with this person. Yeah, I need and want you back for good. This person is definitely, and we also have Satan down here. Like I said, this person definitely wants you back here. There's a lot of pain here. There's that buried pain again, you guys. That keeps coming up. It came up in the last reading. There's a lot of buried pain that they haven't even dealt with about losing you or not having you in their life. But really what this is stemming from is like we keep getting to some type of pain or issues from their past that they have not confronted or dealt with. I don't wanna. They keep going back and forth about giving you your flowers or not. And it's just not into you. Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, they go back and forth. Oh, well, I don't want to go with the collective. You know, let me get over the collective. But that's not how they truly feel. And that's their pride, once again, that's talking. I'm jealous of you and your success thus far. See, that's another thing. It's, with Twitter account showing up as well, that can represent you doing something online here. Or your online business being successful, or entrepreneurship, you're doing something here where there's victory. 6 of Wands energy I'm picking up on. And they're watching it. For those of you who are doing something online, they're watching everything you're doing. And they're really jealous of you. They're jealous as well over your happiness. Because whatever they did to you, it definitely didn't take you out of here. And it definitely didn't stop you from moving forward. Which, that's one thing that they envy the most about you, collective. Is that whatever comes your way, you overcome it. You don't stay stuck in the past. And this issue here could have always been their issue, right? They were jealous of you because you're very successful, especially career-wise. And they're not. All they do is sit up and watch porn. What, do we have one of those gamers or somebody just sit up and think they don't have to do anything but live off the fat of the land? 2222 just passed the clock, you guys. I mean, where are they coming from? Yeah, they're worried about losing you. See? They're worried about losing you, guys. And also, the energy I'm picking up from this porn addiction card is their obsession energy with you. This person being obsessed with you here. They're obsessed with losing you, thinking they're not going to get you back. Worried, you know, also, I saw the 8 of Pentacles earlier in the energy collective. And they're working on some type of plan. Also, in deep association, when I did see the 7 of Swords, especially with the 8 of Pentacles, that could definitely speak to strategy, right? Someone strategizing on a way to get this to work as far as them coming back into your life. But the main issue is they're wanting to come back into your life. They're wanting basically to return to a version of you that no longer exists. You're not even, I mean, what are they? You're not this person anymore. That's going to take them back, like we said in the last reading, as is. You're not even this person anymore. That person died when you decided to walk away from this person here. Yeah. And so, that's the thing. They're always trying to be a get-over artist. And it's just not going to work. And that's why that's popping up here. This is not going to work out. And this seems like somebody that all they do to cope is watch porn or have sex or, you know, smoke their drugs or, I mean, they do literally nothing that's productive. Like nothing. It's so strange, you guys. It's like you gotta wonder, what do they do all day? and it's exactly what I believe what I just said. They wake up with no faith, you know, no goal for the day, right? This is somebody who just wakes up and goes with the wind, y'all. They wake up, boom, they put on their PS5 or they put on the Xbox or, you know, they call some of their little Jezebels that they sleep with, right? Or they FaceTime somebody and jack off and, You know, or they, you know, I mean, all they think about is sex and drugs. Because all they do is cope. Because the longer they sit here in this very pain, just like we said in the last reading, they're never going to get to this pasture of green. They're never. This is somebody who's their own worst enemy. Their own worst enemy. That's who this person is in their own life. Let's see what's going on here. Tell me the main energy. I put these cards up here, you guys, because I don't want them like all over the place down here. So let's see what's going on in the main energy and what this person is concerned with. Give us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us divine for my babies. Going on, spirit. The main energy, main topics of interest here concerning this person that is connected to the collective at this time. They're thinking about you. What am I saying? You guys craving after you. It's like all they're doing is sitting up here thinking about you, collective. Desiring. There's all this fire, this desire. I mean, it's heavy. You guys, even this young lady's hair is red in this depiction. I mean, there's a lot of, like, heat. I mean, they're literally in heat over you. It's like a dog in heat, y'all. Especially if this is a man, but male or female. They're missing you, craving you. And this is somebody who's very, like I say, empty. There they are. This is their soul. Empty. They're empty here. And see, the thrill is gone now, y'all. The thrill is gone, right? Them chasing the thrill. That's why they have to escape you so bad, right? All the excitement, all that, right? The good time, that's all over, y'all. Unfortunately for this person. And so now they got to wake up to the fact that, I mean, they're just right where they started. Still empty and shallow. No hope, no faith, and nothing to stand on. No foundation. Very interesting to me, in this depiction here, is there's two buildings that are divided. There's a great divide here, and there's a wasteland of emotions. Look at this water. A wasteland of emotions. And way out in the far distance, there's a beaming ray of sunlight, and they can almost see their way out. But a journey that could seem so short is now seeming far out of reach. And that very journey is getting back to you. Because now they regret misunderstanding you, misunderstanding themselves, victimizing you because they were victimizing themselves, mistaken over the fact that they thought you were willing to become lost in the wilderness just like they are. But you walked away just in time, and now they're lost all on their lonesome. And now they're brokenhearted. Brokenhearted, all they have is the mask. Except the mask doesn't have the ability to hide the pain anymore. The mask doesn't have the ability to hide the true nature of their character. The mask no longer exists. They're now feeling abandoned, longing and craving and aching for you, trying to not think about you. But only thing they can do is think about you. And now they're trying to escape the karma that they've been facing ever since they decided not to choose themselves. And when they did that, unfortunately, that's when they didn't choose you. And what a pill to swallow at this time. Because the collective is happy and the collective is doing good. Even in the midst of what seemed to be a rejection of what was being offered. It surely didn't break you. All it did was open you up to the possibility of loving yourself completely and escaping the destitution of the South Node. What else do we have going on with this person? We have cloudy judgment, illusion. Look at that, distorted. And see, what they're saying now is they had it all wrong, y'all. They thought if they held on to resenting you, right? And being bitter towards you and making you pay for everything that everybody else has done for them, that would allow them to be okay with the illusion. Right? Their distorted and wicked belief system. They wanted to hold on to that because they were too afraid of what the divine was about to give them. Isn't that something? I do privy to say here that isn't that the sad case of the demon? The demons who come to the door to get the souls that are now entering hell, right? They got fresh souls that are coming, and Satan has chosen this particular demon to open the gate. They stand at the gate and they wait. Why does the demon wait at the gate? Because they're waiting on that soul to make a decision. Will they turn to the light without fear? Or will they listen to the Callicidai of a voice that whispers? Over the shoulder do they turn, willfully and skillfully, giving in to the fall, the great disdain and the self-hatred of self. That's what the demon is waiting on. But isn't it very funny that the more and more the demon feels the energy of a soul giving up on life, the closer they get. And so they crawl and they crawl and they crawl out of the chambers of hell to retrieve the soul that has been presented before the divine in the account of their truth in the afterlife. And then they get to the top of the mountain and they request that the soul turn and face them. Which brings us to the philosophical question and understanding of why is it that the demon does not choose to run into the fields of the lilies? Why is it that they don't ask the divine to save them when they've gotten so close to the angelic host and the lights beaming, what did they do? They would rather siphon a soul in less than 60 seconds. If they just get that soul to turn around in time, it'll be just enough time for them to miss the light. Because the light was too bright. Because as soon as the light hit the demon, they were reminded of the death of their own soul. Could it be that it's the pain too great to face, that they couldn't see that not only was the divine giving the soul a chance to be redeemed, it also gave the demon who escaped a chance to redeem themselves, but they were too bound by the love bedevilment of Lucifer. They believed the gimmick of Satan, and they couldn't see that that was their opportunity to say, "Lo is me. I sure am a wreckage." But by the wiping of the tears and the cloth of an angel, I have been redeemed. I have been heard. But oh no, the self-hatred of the soul do linger. And that's where this person stands at the gate. A thunderstorm rolling, unable to find their way back. So what do they do now? They can't hold on to the bitterness. What is that going to do? All they can think about is the illusion that they held dear to and how that is not working anymore. Because no matter how they blame you for what they've done to you, they know that it's a lie. And my dear friends, that's the exact moment when the mask no longer works for you. Because how can you wear a mask when you know yourself that you're lying to you? And not only are you lying to yourself, you have not only written that book for the destruction of your life, but you gave that book. You closed it and you locked it with the key and you gave it to the devil. 3808 just showed up on the clock for prophetic meaning. And what is the devil going to do with that book? Surely you're never going to find it again. Lest thou find thyself in the arms of a depravity of needing. Needing to be shown the selves whom are hiding, that can only be discovered by the divine. But are they willing to see themselves truly? That's the real question here. What else do we have for this individual? There they go. No intimacy here. They're stressed now because there they are, wanting this foundation back. And there's a lot of them wanting to cloud their judgment so that they cannot see exactly what they've lost. Cursed, in fact, is how they feel. But see, they've already had the epiphany, right? They've already been going through the rumination phase, the missing you and all. But now is at a stage where them thinking of you is shadowing the cloudy judgment that they've been holding on to. The illusionary state. There we go again. Cloudy judgment. They go back and forth, round the mountain. You know, guys, this is really just like walking in the wilderness for 40 years. I mean, it's a sad case. Thunderstorm after thunderstorm. Turmoil after turmoil. And every time they hit rock bottom again, they keep thinking about you. Every time something bad happens in this person's life, all they think about is how good it was when they were with you, collective. That's all they think about. And then they have no one to turn to. No one's listening, you guys. I mean, it's astounding here. They once had everything, and now they have nothing. You guys, and the heartbreak is getting worse. It's getting worse and worse over time, collective. Worse and worse. It's getting so bad that they're becoming an endangered species. I mean, really. Yeah. See, and there's an awakening here that's taking place that they refuse to see, but now they're at the point of the game here where they can do nothing but see it. And that's the fact that this entire time they've been chasing the wrong energy. They should have been chasing after you, chasing after the intimacy you gave. But instead, they were chasing everything else that could keep them in their state of illusion. And of course, we all know that there are enemies. Keep an eye on your closest friend. Because the very people that they chose to betray you with, most definitely, are their biggest enemies. And the joke here is they really thought they were their biggest allies. Isn't that how life goes all the time? The biggest allies ultimately are truly your biggest enemies. And that's the realization that they simply just didn't want to see. And could be a defining factor in why they are afraid of speaking to you. Because they don't want to reveal just how big a fool they really have been. And it's quite the shame. And now there's a perspective changing. They're hoping that they can return to you. And now they feel like that opportunity they're never going to get back. Forever cursed by what they've done. Forever abandoned. Forever the lost. There's a lot of arguments going on behind the scene. A lot of turbulence. A lot of heavy, wicked, dark emotions going on inside this person. I will wager to say this is someone who also deals with feelings of suicide or giving up on life, which is something else they hide. Especially with their larger than life persona, of course. Rejection. Man, you guys, this is just something. I mean, ooh. I mean, this person is so stressed, you guys, because like I say, they're at the boiling point of really trying to reach out to you and have a real conversation about the two of you getting back together. I mean, seriously. And there's so much fear and worry over you rejecting them that you're not going to be willing to even talk to them, actually. I mean, they're so dead. I mean, they literally have made their mind up just about that. You're going to dismiss them, right? Yeah, they're thinking about the ending between the two of you. And they're thinking about how they pushed you away, collective. After everything that you invested in them. After you trying to build them up. After you trying to fight for them. After you giving it all you had. They still rejected you. They still pushed you away. And the end of a cycle began in the past here. And this is what they're thinking about. That's all they think about. And all they're thinking about is wanting to turn that back around. This is someone here, like I say, they're wanting to turn this around in their favor. They're wanting to fight to win you back here. You'll be dealing with a fixed sign. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Yeah, they're definitely working on some type of plan here. What did I say? There's definitely some type of strategy going on here that they're trying to think up here. And they're worried that it's not going to work. There's definitely a plan that they're putting in place to bring in justice after this ending. The two of you definitely have been separated for a while here. And they're coming up with a plan here. But they are definitely in fear that that's not going to work. Which is another, where this cloudy energy up here is coming from. They're definitely coming out of the stage of the resentment they've been having for you. For moving on from them and carrying on with your life. And even the resentment, really, especially concerning the ending, right? Because there was a lot of bitterness and resentment towards you for having the courage to walk away. But they're moving out of that energy, and they're really heavily focused on what they're trying to manifest with you. Yeah, they're doing a lot of, that's what they're reflecting on. There's a lot of deep thinking, a deep soul searching here. about what they've lost with you and what they're trying to regain with you. A lot of that's going on. And they're trying to block out those feelings of not only their own self-hatred, but all of the resentment and the bitterness and the holding on to a grudge with you, and because they know that that's not real, you know. And so they're trying to really focus and hone in onto how they can manifest getting you back here. Yeah, this is definitely someone here who now wants what they rejected here. And that's why their greatest fear right now is you rejecting them, because they rejected you when you had your cup of love here to give them. And so that's why they sit in this fear that you're going to reject their offer. Yeah, they've been reflecting on how they didn't fight for what it is they truly wanted on the inside. How they didn't fight off these predators here, these people who were out to destroy their relationship with you, were out to destroy them. People who fed their addictions, right? How they didn't fight. See, that's the thing. They were led by their addictions, by their coping mechanisms, by their fly-by-night character, right? This is someone who runs from responsibility. They run from what they feel, which is so damaging. When someone is unable to feel, they run from their feelings. This is somebody who, I mean, that's why they're so cold all the time, because they run from what they feel, which is completely different from emotion. Also, they could be definitely wanting you to unblock their energy. They're trying not to make an impulsive move here towards you, but they definitely want to return. They definitely chose a different path here, and they feel like they definitely moved too quick here. That's what I was talking about with the emotion, right? Because our emotional responses are very fleeting. They can definitely be reactive. Versus this person actually allowing themselves to feel what's happening with them. And which that was something that they knew very deeply. This person's feelings for you, but they were afraid of it. So then they decided to impulsively go a different direction, because if they allowed themselves to feel the true nature of what was going on inside of them, that would have required too much work. See? King of Wands, yeah. So they just went crazy here, you guys. Man. They went crazy. And they ran from the truth. Yeah. They definitely want this relationship back. Yeah. They want the foundation of what was lost here, because there was definitely an ending to a relationship with you and them, or a marriage. And it's like they don't know how to find their way back. The only thing they know is the cycle. And you know, but they're definitely releasing. And I really feel like right here, this cycle has nothing to do with you. There's two different cycles here. The one with you's I've been over. But there's been a cycle that they've had going on with someone else. Yeah, a third party. That is now over. They ended it. And now they are coming out of this hangman position. Yeah. And they now know that they have to walk away. They definitely have walked away from a third party situation here. And now they're kind of, all over the place because they're overly concerned now with you and your whereabouts and how you feel and what you're doing. And some of you could also already know that the relationship they had with this third party is over. Or you can just feel it. And you can feel the intensity of this person's energy. Yeah, there's a lot of fear. A lot of fear and stress, heavy emotions here. And over them believing that you may not love them anymore. That's really heavy. They are really in fear that you don't love them anymore, collective. Because there's been so much time that's passed. Yeah, they're also, this stress that they're under can have them feeling very weak. Like, I'm really getting a very low energy. Like, this person could be definitely not eating right. Their body could be going through some transitions here. They could be very weak. Very drained of energy. Under a lot of stress right now. Yeah. This person is first of all, they're worried about the fear and the stress is really over them not being able to get what they want. See, this is somebody here too, collective, that's used to being codependent on other people to get what they want. But they're not getting anything that they want right now. And that's really an ego drainer for this person. And there's a lot of conflict going on. It's over money. Yeah, there's a lot of arguments about money. Them not having any money or not working. They could be living with family right now, or staying with their mom or dad, or I don't know, cousin, sister, brother. And I'm getting this real inconvenience type of energy. They feel very inconvenienced. I mean, they could definitely be going through a lot right now with stability. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. There's a lot of regret here, a lot of disappointment, because this person really is seeing that they weren't thinking straight here. They did not reflect on long term. This is somebody who really, they make a lot of impulsive decisions, and they don't think about the end goal, like the long term results. Because, see, they bank on the psychological play that they feel they have over people. Right? It's like, it reminds me of one of the poems I wrote, Six Stains on Six Windows. It's like this person They leave stains on people. And the stains are the pain. And this is someone here who believes if they leave a mark of their pain on people, they'll always let them back in, or they'll always give them another chance. But they've got it backwards. If they left the love a mark on someone, then maybe they would. But all you've got to show is the pain, which is the stain on the window. And what happens when the stain's on the window? It distorts your view. It distorts what the spirit is needing you to see. Yeah. Man. They just couldn't see, man. They couldn't see everything that was invested here. And now that's all they can think about. My God. They couldn't see it. Yeah, they couldn't see that you were the whole package. None of these options. See, that's what I'm saying. They couldn't get out of their head about, oh, there's more out there. There's something else out there for me, you know. This can't be all. This can't be. But they couldn't see that you were everything they wanted, everything they needed. But they do now. And now, it may be too late. I mean, this person definitely see what's happening here is while they were dealing, that's another reason why they were dealing with the third party, right? As a means of self-escapism. Because they thought that because they were dealing with the third party, that was going to stop them from thinking about losing you. And unfortunately, that definitely didn't work, right? Which they're definitely leaving this third party because they definitely want to make a move towards you here. They're obsessed with you. Yeah, they're definitely moving away from a lover here. And like I said, they either moved out or got put out. Either the two. But even if they got put out, if they did get put out, collective, they definitely probably started an argument or started fights so they could get put out because they don't want to be there. And this has been a slow process here because I really believe that's how they played the game, right? They started a bunch of arguments and started repetitive fights so that the third party could get sick of them, right? And there's definitely been an actual physical move. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's definitely been a move here. And they definitely regret dealing with this third party. And they're moving away for a new beginning here. And of course, that's most likely with you, collective, that they're interested in. But where does this cloudy judgment here? Yeah, they're unsure if they're going to be successful in getting a new beginning with you. Which has them very unbalanced here. It's driving them crazy. Which is why they're trying to strategically plan how they're going to make their move towards you here. Yeah, because they don't want to mess up, see? They don't want to mess up. They don't want to say the wrong thing to you or... Yeah. But they do want to tell the truth here. Yeah. And there's the energy too of them facing the truth, which is that they owe you an apology that they have not given you yet for breaking your heart here. Accepting a dirty offer over your love. Yeah, and there's a discontinuation. There was definitely somewhere here that they were chasing after, which was this person, likely this third party. It could have been sexually driven, right? That's all it really was. There was somebody attractive, or, you know, they thought this was going to be their new, you know, beginning or whatever. But another thing I'm saying is you're standing in your power and you definitely did not chase them, which was the best move that you could have made, because herein is coming the apology here. They're worried, like I say, there's definitely this energy of you being very powerful. You turning your back on them, not even needing the truth, right? You don't even need it at this point. But of course you deserve it. So they're really worried if that's even going to work. Like if they tell you the truth. For some of you, this could definitely be an earth sign and fire sign dynamic. Yeah, see, because they betrayed you. Yeah. That's why they're worried about it. I mean, they are really just so stricken over betraying you. And losing this marriage, losing this relationship because of it. But see, you moved from, they've been struggling to move forward from this, which is their karma. Yeah. They betrayed the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, it's crazy. Literally had everything with you. Yeah, and that's the, yeah, what did I say? That's their karma. Right there. For you to withdraw your love from them. And with love withdrawal is not the same thing as not loving this person anymore. You were forced to have to withdraw your love. And put your love all into self. Which has made you very powerful here. Nothing that they do works. They're feeling cursed. And they feel like their plan's not going to work. There's definitely a plan here that they have about getting a new beginning with you. And there's a lack of money. Like I said, this person can definitely be jobless. Yeah. They really, really are feeling like that when they make this move, they may not get you back here. I'm really picking up on the energy that this person's been looking